One. Hey everybody, welcome to Thursday night game review. I couldn't remember what day we
Yeah.
were on. I'm Danielle. There's Ben. Hi Ben.
Hello. Hello. And today, I'm just here kind of as moral support as you're going to be talking about a game today.
Yes, and I wanted Ben to join me because A, I've only played this game once, and B, I actually don't own it, but Ben has showcased it behind him because today
Yep.
we're talking about Everdale. I played it on last weekend. Um, it's actually really cute. It's a worker placement game. The thing, and I've played a few worker placements. You normally get more than one action, but with this, you only get one action. You put your worker guy on a card, and then you do that action from the card. And I tend to get overwhelmed when I have to make a decision, especially if it's just one decision and you have multiple options. But
Yeah.
I didn't feel too overwhelmed playing this game. I thought
No.
it was actually a pretty easy game. I had no strategy. And the first few times I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put my guy here. And I actually, if I'm remembering correctly, I won the game with no strategy. So
Awesome.
but I thought it was cute. So you're kind of setting up a society, like a little woodland creature society. And
Mm-hmm.
I know that there was a squirrel, a hedgehog, and what were the other two options you
Uh,
could play?
gosh, in the base game,
Yeah, just in the base game.
there was a tortoise
Tortoise
and a hare. I know
and
that.
a okay, and a hare. And I played the hedgehog because I think hedgehogs are super cute.
Yeah.
I will say that as cute as this game was, I felt that like they skimped or whatever on the meeples because I'm like, oh, they could have made the meeples a little cuter. They were just plain shaped like the animals.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, the deluxe edition does have stickers you can put on them to actually give them faces and stuff like that.
oh, okay. See that I probably would have been all over that then because yeah, I felt like I was like, for all this cuteness, the meeples are
Mhm.
like kind of plain. So I played the hedgehog and the you're trying to collect either berries, I think it's iron,
Uh,
wood,
yeah.
and what's the other one?
A resin?
Resin. Okay, and resins are the gem looking things, right?
Yeah. A
Yeah, okay.
pebble. I know Pebbles was one of them.
Pebbles. Okay, so it's pebbles, resin, wood, and berries. And the berries were kind of squishy. So
Yeah.
we
They're
were kind of we thought that
taste.
the way that they made the resources I thought was really clever and cute.
You didn't try any of the berries, did you?
Um
Taste them?
yeah, I sure did. No, of course I didn't.
They're pretty tasty, aren't they?
Oh, they're delicious. I highly recommend it. Seriously, those of you watching home, don't eat the berries. So, um, but it was cute. And then I like that there's three, I think you go through three seasons, autumn, spring, and summer, right?
Mhm.
And you set up a tree. So
Yeah.
and I don't know, Ben, is it showing on the back of that box?
Uh, I can show you. Yeah. It's got this kind of what the board looks like here.
Yeah.
You got
And then at the top there, which you can't see, me put Ben point at the tree. So yeah, you got that tree. And the thing that I kept forgetting was on the top two layers of that tree. I keep trying to point it like you guys can see what I'm pointing at. So the
yeah.
top two layers of the tree actually have cards that you can still try to do. But
Uh-huh.
this is basically the setup of the game, and then you have your two rows of decks or two rows of cards that now Ben corrects me. You take your worker and you can oh no, how do you explain the cards again? Because I don't remember what we did with the cards.
So the cards, you actually play the cards, and that can be your action instead of placing a worker.
That's what it was. And then you also can some of the resources enable you to draw a card.
Yes.
Now the cards that are on the board, like when you set up the game,
Yeah.
those you can take one of those and play it as part of your turn, right? Like you
Yes.
okay. And then there's if you grab like a berry or whatever, some of them can give you additional draw cards because I think you start with cards in your hand. I think it's what, four cards?
First player gets four. I think second player gets five, six, and then seven.
Yeah, that's okay. That I do. Yeah, see, so this is why I had Ben with me today because I've only played it once. Um, so, Ben, do you want to do a quick rundown of the setup?
Yeah, so you're going to uh, deal out cards to players. You're going to set up 8 into the meadow. You're going to place unique locations on the board equal to the number of players that you have playing the game. The more players you have, the more unique locations you can have for people to visit. You're going to set up all the different resources around the tree, as well as the objectives that are going to be on top of the tree. And then everyone starts out with, I believe it's 2 workers, right?
Yes, you get 2 workers at the start of the game.
And then you get one after the first season, then another one after the second season, and then 2 more for the final season.
And you don't like complete a season, so you don't get the other workers from the new season until because you have to place all of your workers and do the actions before you can complete a season.
Yes.
So,
And then and then you do a passing turn to prepare for the new season.
yes. Yep. I do remember that. Yeah. I, as far as worker placements go, it was actually, I think it was simple and I actually like it. I was like, do I like this game? Because I'm not a huge worker placement game. After a while, they all kind of feel the same. But this one was with only having the one action thing that you take and then having the cuteness factor of it. And it was also not a super long game. So you're not playing for 2 hours. I feel like it's like half hour to an hour, maybe we were playing.
Wow. So you guys played really fast.
Well, it was just the 2 of us.
Yeah. It is slightly quicker with only 2 players, but the downtime isn't super bad with more players. It just depending on how much analysis paralysis people have.
Yeah. And it was, and the rules I think were easy to figure out. I think there was only one time that we were like, wait, what is that? We had to refer to the rule book. But aside from that, the rules were pretty easy to follow. And yeah, with 2 people, it didn't take us, we weren't playing it for more than an hour, I don't think. Um,
Cool.
and now the base game, I think, is only good for like it's up to 4 players, though, right?
Yep.
With the version that you have that has all the expansions, is it more players?
I think you can play it up to 6, but I don't recommend it. It's kind of a kind of a logistical nightmare in some degrees, just because you're adding things and you're also adding game time to it because there's more downtime between players.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that.
Yeah.
Um,
But you do
so
see
two,
more cards that way.
yeah, and that's yeah, because I was reading some stuff online about it, and it said apparently there's like card combos that can get you, it can enable you to play more workers per turn or whatever. And we didn't see any kind of funky combos like that.
Yeah.
So well, it's definitely a game we're going to play more because I liked it, and I think it's a good, just kind of easy, fun game to start out a game night with. So it's
Yeah,
definitely something I would recommend.
sure.
So, but yeah, I don't, yeah, that's about all I have for it.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
yeah, I know it's not a whole lot, but I only have played it the one time.
Sure.
So I don't know if I should be doing reviews after I've played it a
Oh,
few times or
yeah, that's fine.
so.
So I have a few questions for you.
Okay, let's see if how well
Thoughts?
I can answer them.
Yeah. So thoughts on the Andrew Bosley art in the game?
The overall art of the game,
Yeah, with the art
oh,
from yeah, Andrew Bosley is the name of the artist. What did you think of
I
the
liked
overall
it.
art?
I thought it
Yeah.
was cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not like it?
No, I thought it was very, very good.
Oh yeah, no, I mean there were many times I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. And oh my
Oh
gosh,
yeah.
I love this. So anyway, I
Yep.
thought the artwork was very appealing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole game overall is aesthetically appealing.
Oh yes, very much so.
Yeah. So
So so what did you think of like the ramp up in this game? Like how it like ramped up and not only complexity, but in like your decision making and choices you made?
so I don't feel that the game felt like the complexity got like it didn't get more complex as I was playing it. The only thing is I forgot that, and I can't even remember the order of it, but the top 2 tiers of the tree,
Mm-hmm.
you've got those objectives on there.
Yeah.
I think as long as you have the resources, you can play them during any season, right?
Yeah, I think you have to have a worker, don't you?
Well, you have to be able to place your worker, but then I
Yeah.
think that some of them, like I feel like there's one that you had to have like 3 resins or whatever. I could be wrong on
Hmm.
that, but I kept forgetting about the objectives on the 2 tiers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So as far as the decision making process in in your question, um, that I would say would be like a struggle or whatever, because
Sure.
you have to try to remember that not only can you play these cards, but if you've got this, you can do the trees. So there's that aspect to it. But I think if you play it multiple times, I would remember that. Oh wait, I got to remember these objectives on these trees. So.
So, what did you think of like the card synergies and them working together and how well they work together and or worked against each other?
So I don't feel that any of them worked against each other. I may be thinking we didn't shuffle them well enough, actually, because after reading some it was on Reddit posts. I read a Reddit post and reading what some people were writing on it when they were talking about card combos and how you can get all these additional card draws. I was like, wait a minute, we didn't really see much of that. So the card draws that we felt that I felt were a little bit like redundant.
Yeah,
So I don't think our decks were shuffled very well. But being that I had zero strategy going into this game, the cards that I
sure.
had clearly worked. And I
Yeah.
feel that there's a mechanic where you can actually like, as one of your actions, can't you like say, "Oh, I don't like this card," and discard that and then draw a new one? Or is that not? Was that not that
Yeah, you
game?
have to place a worker to do so, but you got to discard. You can discard cards to draw new cards.
Yeah, it's because I feel like I did that like 1 or 2 times because I'm like these I have the exact same cards and they didn't work with what I wanted. So
It's not super great just because you have to use a worker and your workers are limited. So, yeah,
yeah.
you got to be careful when you're doing that. It's kind of like a last resort thing if you really feel like you can't use your cards.
And I would say, and this might go to the maybe I don't know the difficulty strategy portion of it, but since you only have the one action, so I'm like, okay, I've got this one worker,
Mm-hmm.
and so when you're working your strategy, you're like, well, I need 4 berries to be able to do this one thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I also need wood, but I've got one worker guy, so
Yes.
that I feel like can get like how do you weigh which
Oh,
resource to
yes.
take when you want to
Yeah.
take 2 of them.
Yeah, especially early on in the game when you only start with 2 workers and you have to decide how you want to implement them and use them in a most productive way.
Right. And then isn't there a way where you can recall? I don't know. So correct me if I'm wrong. Is there an action of some way or a card or something that enables you to like recall your worker so that you can get the worker back and then kind of more or less get an extra turn?
There's a card in the game that lets you do that. You
Okay, I
have
thought
to,
so.
yeah, you have to buy that card though.
With resources.
Hmm.
Okay. Because I feel like there was a little bit of that kind of manipulation that happened on Sat when we were playing, but I don't recall how he did that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
um,
yeah. What'd you think of the hideouts mechanic in which you could with the different buildings that had a type of critter that you could play for free?
I don't know if we saw that. Explain that. So how does
Okay,
that
so
work? So,
each of the buildings that you have that you build in the bottom corner, there's a type of critter that it that works with that building, and if you have that building, you can put one of your lookout
oh,
tokens on it.
we did use that. So like if you had the cemetery and you had the grave caretaker,
Yeah.
then you could we did do that. Yeah. So I actually like that. I thought that was kind of neat. Yeah, I kind of forgot because you have you're setting up your city, in your play area. And because yeah, I had, and some of them can enable you to take your worker and then put it on your opponent's city to get their effect, I think, couldn't they?
Yeah, and they get
So,
a coin or I
or
think.
something, yeah, because I
Yeah.
feel like we did that a couple times. So that actually was kind of a neat mechanic. I did like that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of
Same
cool
here.
that they had that you get bonuses. You can potentially get bonuses depending on if you have if you have the school and if you have this, then
Yeah.
that kind of worked in your favor if you had the people for it or whatnot.
Yeah. And the objectives can be a little difficult when you're playing with two players because you're not necessarily seeing as many cards
And
throughout the game.
that might have been where our game lacked, was not seeing enough of the cards. And seeing as that the game I don't feel lasted super long, I don't think we really saw a whole lot of
Yeah.
the the cards. But the 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 art on the cards for like the areas like the school and the graveyard and the courthouse, I thought that the art looked really cool on those, I thought.
Oh yeah. It's
They
top-notch
did,
art for sure.
yeah, they did. The aesthetically the whole game is awesome.
Yeah. Every time I play this game, I always think at the beginning of the game, because you have that 15 card a city limit, I always
Yeah.
think, oh, I'm never gonna get to 15 cards in that city. And then by the end of the game, I'm like, how do I only get 15 cards? I want to play more cards in my city.
Yeah.
But I have to be more restrictive. But at the beginning, I'm like, there's no way I'm even gonna get anywhere remotely close to
Yeah,
15.
and I bet you a lot of people feel that way because yeah, it's like I had a few cards on the in my play area, and I'm like, oh wait, we have to play to how many cards? So, but
Yeah.
as you're playing, you don't like as I was playing throughout the game, I didn't think too much about that. Like I kind of lost that like I don't know if you want to call it anxiety or whatever. The oh, I'm not going to have everything that I need because as you play the game, you wind up wait, I am getting everything that I need. And I imagine if you are good strategically and pick a strategy and you know how to play that, I imagine it goes really well. So,
Yeah.
but
And you can get people can buy the complete edition of Everdell that's got all the deluxe components and it's got all the expansions and it's got all the bells and whistles. The cardboard tree is replaced by a wooden tree.
oh, I bet that looks
Yeah.
neat. So, how
Yeah.
many expansions are there? I know there's what that Silver Frost is one of them, right? Is that what it's called? Silver Frost?
That's actually a different version of the game.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's okay. I
Yeah.
thought it
So
was an
there's
expansion when I saw it online.
yeah, Far Shore and Silver Frost are both uh, standalone games that you play separately.
Oh, it's not part of the Everdale games.
It's not, it's part of the same universe, but and it plays the same, but it's a different universe. I mean, different game altogether.
Oh, yeah. I was seeing stuff about those online and I thought it was kind of connected somehow. So, what are the expansions in Everdale?
So there's Pearlbrook, New Leaf. I can't name all of them.
Oh,
I
so
think there's 10. I think there's
there's
10
10.
or so expansions. I don't know the exact number, but that's just the ballpark number that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. And
Okay.
we
So,
got
there's
this box comes with one, two, three, four. Comes with 5 expansions plus the like 2 or 3 mini expansions. And
okay.
since then, I think it's had 1 or 2 expansions added to it.
Oh, okay.
So there's 9 or 10 expansions total.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, we just had the base game. And the deluxe version is where you can get the stickers to put on your meeples,
I
right?
think so. I think you can get it in the deluxe edition. I know it comes in the complete edition.
Okay. So either one of them. Okay. Because yeah,
There's also
I
might
think
be an
those
upgrade kit.
I think those stickers would definitely add more cuteness factor to the game because the game is super cute.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
definitely
and
a
I
great
like
game.
hedgehogs.
Yes.
So
Yeah, the hedgehogs aren't in the other versions.
they are not.
No, that's exclusive to the base game. It doesn't come in the Far Shore or Silver Frost. They got
Oh,
different meeples because
so,
Far Shore is all uh underwater characters, and then Silver Frost is all winter characters.
oh, those might be kind of fun to check out though.
Yeah.
If I ever make it out there, we're gonna have to play your deluxe edition so we can get the whole feel of it.
Yeah, it doesn't hit the table just because it's so big. So it actually makes me play Everdell less, weirdly enough.
Oh, well,
Just
I
because
imagine is the setup bigger? Does the setup take longer?
Not too much, just because the way the box is, the insert in the box and all the different inserts make it pretty easy enough. It's
Okay.
just separating everything out. And
Yeah, because there are some games that they require quite the setup, and it's like by the time you're done setting up, it's like okay, I've moved on to something else potentially. So
it's not an easy setup, but it's not a super tough one
yeah,
either.
yeah, I feel that our Clank Legacy game that has quite the setup.
Hmm,
Uh, that
okay.
can take a little bit. I think Legacy games though, because there's more to Legacy games than just a base game, so it's going to require a little bit more additional setup.
Eh,
But
Depends on the on the game, I guess.
yeah, yep. So. But yeah, no. So I would recommend Everdale, especially if you have people in your life that love cute little critters. Plus, it's an easy game to learn, I
Oh
think.
yes. It's one of the easier worker placement games to learn for sure.
Absolutely, yes. But just remember, you only have one. You pretty much technically only have one action. You got to put your worker somewhere and then do that thing, and then that's it. So if you want
And the next,
multiple resources, you really got to make a decision.
yeah,
So, but but yeah.
yeah.
So that's my review. I recommend it. So check it out. And if you want to purchase it, it's available at local game stores. So don't get it on the evil A. Just support your local game shops. And I'm
Yeah.
sure if you haven't played it, I'm sure that your local game store would have a copy that they could maybe, if they have a game day, they could probably teach you guys how to play it, I would
Yep.
think.
There's also a mobile app. Yeah, mobile app for it, or tablet app, like on the app stores for it. I think it's like ten
Like,
bucks.
oh, so I could go to like my Play Store on my phone
Uh-huh.
and just get the app.
Yep.
Oh, but then you don't get to touch the cards or
No,
move your meeple around with your hands. I think
no,
that's my struggle with BGA. It just feels, and you would think it wouldn't be that big of a deal because I play video games.
yeah, because you're playing a video game.
Yeah, but for some reason, like I feel different with the board game. Maybe because it's like you take your turn and then you got to wait for the other people, and that could be 2 days. Because I've been too tired. I haven't gotten online to play BGA, so but it's all good.
Games are getting played regardless.
That's true. They are, yes. More games should be played. And I'm trying to play every weekend. So I've got a busy weekend this one. So I don't know if everybody's got other stuff going on. So I don't know if I might do some video games this weekend.
There you go.
So, but yeah. So, but that's it.
Yep.
So if you guys have any additional questions or you want to give me some advice on how to review a board game, by all means, leave us a comment. So
Awesome.
anything else you want to add in,
No,
Ben?
I think you got it.
All right, next I need to review Call to Adventure. But
All
again, I
right.
don't have that game, so I think it'd be easier if I print out some pictures of it so that I can, because
Sure.
I understand the mechanics of that, so I'll be able to explain that pretty as
Awesome.
well as I do when explaining a game. So,
Awesome.
but it's
Yeah.
easier if I have like props.
Yeah.
So
We still have to play our copy of that here.
it's in my top five right now. Like I love that game. So
Good.
yeah, so as soon as if you ever get around to playing it, you gotta tell me what you think.
Will do.
So,
Awesome.
but cool. All right. Well, so that
Yep.
wraps up our week, I guess. But thanks guys for tuning in and listening, and we will see you guys next week.
Awesome. See ya. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Happy gaming, everybody. Bye.